I'm gonna give a few people because I feel like I wouldn't be doing it justice if I did it. So one, my manager, Anthony Khalil, was like, so I sang classical for about 12 years. That was my only outlet coming from a small town. Like there was literally, I would do other things, but there was no opportunity for creative spaces really in Monroe. So when I met him, he was like, yo, he actually came to like this talent show I was doing when I was in college. And he was like, yo, you dope. We should try to go to the studio and do something. I'm like, yeah, man, everybody in Atlanta talk a good game. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So if you down, let's go to the studio. So the next day we was in the studio, and the day after we were back in the studio. After that, we were back in the studio. So since then with him, he was really the first person I was like, put your money where your mouth is, or put your energy where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's if you say you want to do it, let's do it. So, I was definitely able to get with him, and that's been a journey within itself. But I've definitely been exposed to a number of people that have come around because of him. Like I said, working with Pebbles, sitting down having that conversation. Best friends with Whitney Houston, like the amount of knowledge that she's been able to give me just, behind the scenes and as an artist, and like I said, working with Deborah Killings as a vocal coach, you know what I'm saying? Like with hers, my vocal lessons were basically a workout. It was in her. She built a gym in the house, and I'm working out the entire time. Like there was probably maybe 30 minutes of, standing flat foot doing like certain scales or something like that. But everything with her was physical, and it really showed me, that was the first time, I learned how to breathe from your diaphragm. You hear people say, sing from your diaphragm. And I was like, what the fuck does that actually mean? Like, it ain't your stomach, but there's like, she showed me like, you can scream. If you scream mama, there's like a solid spot that'll form right above your stomach and below like your chest cavity. And she was like, that's what I need you to use that muscle when you sing. So it's working with people like that teach you those tricks that take you further than maybe what a normal person that's, out, or a regular person that's, just singing for fun. But it's just like, it's giving you those small tricks of the trade that shows you really how to pull that power, or, how to view yourself as an artist. Because, a lot of times I have to tell myself when we get in these spaces where things may be slow and, you may second guess yourself, like we were saying, I have that little doubt. And I'm like, I've sat down with some people that work with the greats. They have no reason to lie to me. You know what I'm saying? They have shown me genuine support and love. And when they be like, you know what, you got it. Those are the type of things you hold on to. Because like we were saying, man, it ain't always flashing lights. It ain't always fun and cool. Like, a lot of the behind the scenes, it's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of, working through issues or trying to figure things out. So you have to hold on to those nuggets that you get, or those gems that you get from certain people that you respect or you've admired or look up to. And you have to kind of fortify yourself and give yourself like that ground to stand on and be like, all right, we're not going to trip today. We're going to believe what we've heard and said and seen, and we're going to keep pushing forward and moving forward. I've been really grateful to have people that have been in the game, like been able to have those conversations. They're like, I ain't going to tell you what to do, but, I did this, and this is what happened to me. So I would advise that you kind of don't go that way. Let's shift and let's go to the right instead of going to the left. So I've definitely been able to not necessarily avoid things, but, certain things I've been able to get around or not run into because I've been able to have people around me that not shelter me from something, but, they give me, you need to take my advice and not, we're going to let you do what you want to do. But, luckily taking the advice has steered me in the right direction. So I think I'll, probably continue to do that. Culture drives music. People, it's not, and I always hate it when the industry tries to remove people and intention out of music, because I'm like, you're looking at the streams or you're looking at the moves and the things that are posted online. I'm like, but you're forgetting people listen to music, not computers. People sing songs. People drive cars that play music. People pick up their phone and plug in headphones that play music. So culture, when people talk about, well, R&B isn't, what is it? Well, we're not really in a bluesy time. It was rhythm and blues. These kids nowadays are not bluesy. maybe a little off it a little bit, but they not bluesy. So, you know, this is where the culture is. This is where the sound is. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like as an artist, like you have to be able to insert yourself in the time of now. You know, you have to be able to find your space in the now. Because if you come in and you try to change the wheel from the outside, it's just kind of like, you know, you can't really be mad when you're not giving the consumer what they're listening to. But at the same time, there has to be a balance between, you know, giving what you want people to get and then giving what, you know what people like. Like, I know with a lot of stuff for me, like I said, you know, I sang classical for 12 years. All right, cool. So I try to make sure that a lot of the tracks that I get are not light sounding. Like, I like a lot of bass. I like darker sounds, darker tones, because they complement each other. And, you know, I definitely incorporate, you know, a bit of the talk singing element. Like if there's a verse where I'm not really singing and I'm more so not rapping, but, you know, dancing on that fine line, I'll make sure I support that with the harmonies. Or if there's a part where I'm really, really singing, I'll make sure the ad-libs, it has more of a gritty feel, more of a deconstructed, you know, like just not really trying type of feel. So I've made sure that I blended two worlds, and, you know, that's given me a lot of success with my single Somebody, remaking the Tevin Campbell record. You already know Tevin Campbell that's crazy to follow behind, you know, doing Can We Talk. But, you know, with the second verse, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna sing this shit. Like, I'm gonna come in kind of like rapping on it. But those were the space, that gave me space for that record to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave that space for people that maybe prefer a hip hop vibe over an R&B vibe. Like, it really kind of had everybody meet in the middle for me. So, you know, I kind of find it just a little, how do I say it? I mean, not strange, but it kind of raised my eyebrows when people like, I ain't doing that. But I'm like, okay, but you're making music to sell. Are you making music to put it on your wall just for you to hear? Or, you know, are you just kind of, because if it's your pastime, that's cool, but me and you can't work together because I'm trying to get to somewhere. And I'm not just trying to make music that only I like or that I listen to in my car. Like, you have to, if it's the music business, there's still a business aspect of it. So, like you said, man, it's a fine line. None of us, people are never going to agree, but I do love the fact that there is, I guess, with genre bending or, you know, the lines being blurred, because I feel like it allows people to get out of the box that everybody tries to put creatives in. Like rappers, people try to make fun of the baby or come at him about, you know, things kind of having similar sounds. But like he said, that's what y'all listen to. Like, I'm going to give you what you listening to. And then as soon as you switch your flow up, people be like, oh, you changed this, and that. So it's like, what do you want? What is it that you want? And, you know, it's hard to find those, fine tuning and find what it is that works for you. When you find what works, it's like, you know, let me bang that out for a while. You know, whatever it is Drake has definitely found the formula to make it work for him. Why would he change that? You know?